Hello, and welcome to Storytime with Kate. Today, we're gonna read a very special book about Australian animals. Some Australian animals are quite unique. Have a look. So, which ones of these animals do you know? Do you know who is this? Do you know this one? What about this one? This one has long ears and a tail. He's got some pink nose. He looks like a rabbit or a kangaroo, but it's not. Let's read a story about this animal. Ready? The story is by Mem Fox, illustrated by Pamela Loft. Very beautiful book called Hanwick's Egg. Can you see Hanwick looks the same? Let's find out what this story is about. Hanwick's Egg. Once upon a time, at the edge of the wide and dusty desert, there lived an old bilby. Here we go. His name is Bilby. That's the animal. Oops. His name was Hanwick. One morning, Hanwick sat up and sniffed the air. Storm was on its way, and when it broke, what a storm it was! The world was tossed inside out and upside down. In the evening, when the skies had cleared, there lay, close to Hanwick Burrow, a most curious egg. "You look lost," Hanwick said. Hanwick called on his neighbors. "Whose egg might this be?" he asked. None of them knew. "I have never seen an egg so beautiful," said Emo. "It must come from far away," said Echidna. "It needs a home," said Cockatoo. "Then I will give him a home," said Bilby. And he took the egg back to his burrow and busted about, making things cozy. "You will be safe with me," Hanwick said. His heart felt light. He was already fond of the egg and wondered what would happen when it hatched. What do you think will happen? Each evening before he went out to find food, Hanwick covered the egg with twigs he could find everywhere. And he left his smile and said, "Mind you behave while I'm away." And then he waved goodbye, although the egg never waved back. Can you see the egg covered in twigs? Neither did it hatch. One night, when the stars were coming out in twos and threes, Hanwick was brave enough to speak his mind. "I am glad I found you," he said to the egg. The egg made no reply. Neither did it hatch. Hanwik and the egg often sat side by side in the moonlight. Hanwik would tell stories from his past, exaggerating here and there from time to time. He also shared his troubles. The egg listened in respectful silence, but didn't say a word. Neither did it hatch. At bedtime, Hanwik would hold the egg close. "We are together, you and I," he'd say, "and this is our home." The egg was good friend to Hanwik. It listened well, and it was always there. But Hanwik's neighbors watched and worried and wondered. "The egg," said Emo, "will ever hatch?" "Not now," said Echidna. "Not ever," said Cockatoo. "Poor Hanwik," they said together. But Hanwik wasn't sad. He could guess long ago that the egg was not an egg at all, but a stone of a perfect shape and size and color. "I don't mind," he said to himself. "I love it as it is." And he continued to love it with all his heart. It was his egg. It was his secret. And it remained his friend forever. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story about Hanwik and learned something about Australian animals, especially one of my favorite ones called Bilby. Thank you for listening.